to the Sad Dads Club podcast. Here's everybody's favorite sad dads, Jim and Foo.
Somehow I got into stand-up comedy talk. And so it's like, as I'm flipping through TikToks, it's like stand-up comedy guy. And some of that shit's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it because I love stand-up comedy, and I love somebody who can do good stand-up comedy. Someone who's good at it.
Yeah. And
I just think there's an art to it. And I used to think that I could do it, and I was never courageous enough to go do that shit.
You're right.
And in fact, I had people that would tell me, you should go do that. And I was just like, oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I don't know, my brain isn't quick enough now or something. Like I forget shit really easy. I need Prevagen or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. But like, I find that like, I'm probably going to have fucking Alzheimer's or some shit. Seriously. Because I find that like I stumble on, like I'll be telling something and like a word just won't come to me. A word. Just a simple word.
Right.
And this happens on the show to me all the time. It's like, I'm like, I can't think of what it is. And it's happening more. There's something wrong.
Yeah.
For sure. But so it's like that little nugget of who I used to be is sort of fading out because like I feel like I'm definitely not as sharp.
So that's interesting. Okay, so hey, welcome to Sad Dads Club podcast, episode 217. I'm the Lord Foo,
and I'm Jim.
Okay,
yeah,
it's interesting you mentioned the memory thing because I have a couple branches there. One, Chris Hemsworth. I don't know if you saw this.
No.
So he is the actor that plays Thor. Number of shows. So he got almost like one of those where are they now? It's like a cross between like a Bear Grylls show and one of those like they're putting a star in various like activities to like push their abilities, and I think it's called Limitless.
Is that the Bear Grylls show where he has on like a star? Because I've seen that he has a show that they have stars on.
It's in that vein but it's Chris Hemsworth doing a series. I think Shaq had something like this. Like, Can You Beat Shaq or whatever the show was called. It was like they put Shaq against a series of like other athletes or something in like in a sport, and then he tries to better them.
Interesting. Okay.
This is Chris Hemsworth doing a series of like activities, like hiking, not stunt work, but like doing various things, like pushing the limits of his physical fitness or mental acuity, and then like seeing if he can do them, and like in the vein of how far can you go? If anyone has seen Chris Hemsworth, like as far as genetics, the man is a specimen. So he has already like physical fitness abilities.
Plus he's English.
Australian.
Is he Australian?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's Aussie.
All right.
Just the last couple of weeks. So he's got this new Disney show. I don't know if it's out or not, or it's soon to be out, but it's called Limitless. Okay. And the news thing was that somewhere in the course of filming the show, they do some sort of like ancestral deep dive, like on medical history stuff. And he finds out that his branch of his family is prone to early onset Alzheimer's.
Oh. Wouldn't that be harder to know that?
I would imagine.
I mean, you're just chugging along, doing your normal thing, and all of a sudden someone tells you,
right,
by the way, your genetic makeup is that you're prone to this
early
thing. Yeah.
Right.
That would be hard to know, I think.
The presser then went on to say that he was taking a leave of absence from acting and acting projects to spend time with his kids and family at home because.
Well, I mean, he can do it because he's got enough
money.
But
Venus was like the same thing. She's like,
everyone else has to go to fucking work.
Yeah, everyone else is like, well, that's.
I'll see you later. I got to go to work.
Anyway, punch in.
Yeah, exactly.
What am I doing today? How many tickets do I have to,
Yeah. That would be really difficult to like move forward as a human.
Right.
Having this kind of knowledge, that would be tough to know.
Right.
I would think I don't want to know that.
Yeah. It would be like being able to see the future. Like, could you see, if you could see your own death, would that?
No, I don't want to know.
Yeah,
but like,
that would be a rough.
You would be second guessing yourself all the time. Oh, is it starting now?
Yeah. Is it happening?
I
couldn't remember where my keys were. Is this?
Right.
Oh, shit. Well, where are the meds?
Why is the Ferrari parked in the flower bed?
Yeah, how did that happen?
I don't know.
Someone took a shit in the bed.
Yeah, someone upper decked the toilet. It wasn't me.
It was.
Wait,
maybe it was.
Yep, that was me.
Oh God.
I mean, that would be really hard to know. I don't think I would want to know. Hey, man, you're predisposed to this thing because I already feel like. Like I already do some of that in general.
Right.
Just like, and it's not like I have necessarily a predisposition for a thing, but like, oh, is that happening to me? Do I have that thing? Is that what's going on? Is that why I can't remember shit? I already have a little bit of that in my mind on some things anyway.
Yeah. But then on the flip side, you know, how often do you get to you hear the stories about those that are getting towards the end and like, man, the things I would have done if I'd have just had more time, or, man, if I'd have known 6 months earlier, I'd have just quit.
I would have just done that trip to wherever.
Yeah, and cashed out something and done all this stuff on my bucket list and then, or if you have. Like in his case, if you have enough lead time, perhaps there are changes, lifestyle changes that he may be able to impart on himself now to help elongate before there is an onset.
Oh, I see this now. Entertainment Tonight says Chris Hemsworth says he's taking time off after facing his own mortality.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth, IGN, says Chris Hemsworth is taking a break from acting following Alzheimer's revelation.
Yeah. From the show.
That's tough, man. I don't know that I would want to know that. I mean, here he is working and doing this show, something obviously he's interested in.
Right.
Which is, he's doing stuff that probably, 9 out of 10 people would be wanting. This is all stuff they would want to do.
Right.
Typically, if you're an adventurous kind of person.
Right.
And so he's doing that kind of stuff that most people don't get to do already. But then to find out, because it's a work-related thing, to like take time from that to like make sure that you spend time with your family because of a thing that you've just found out about your predisposition, that's kind of incredible because most people can't do that.
Right.
Most people don't have enough money in the bank to like go, this show that I've got 6 episodes or 4 episodes in or whatever it is. Sorry, everyone who works on this show, but I've got to spend time with my family.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough.
Well, I think they
for
show, but
many reasons.
Yeah, and it's weird because it's almost like there's a it seems like there's a monetary gate there. Like I can't remember if we've talked on the show or not or outside the show, but one of the first things that when we talk about like the wishful lotto winnings, I've said like, if I were to win a payout where it was like I didn't have to work anymore, one of the first things I would do would be go like, please get me a screening on everything. I want a full health workup of like where I'm at and what I'm looking at, because I would like an opportunity to start correcting something that I could preventatively correct.
Yeah.
Or at least have an opportunity to be like, oh, well, I'm already good to go here as far as money goes. I don't have to work. So if this is what I'm staring at down the barrel of, then I'm doing these things with my kids. I'm doing these things with my friends. These things with my wife. These are this is what's important to me. And these are the lifestyle changes that I need to make in order to.
Well, it all goes back to the same thing, right? The money is
right.
Is
the limiter.
It's the thing that buys you time.
Yeah.
I mean, they say that money doesn't buy everything, but I feel like money does. One of the things it does is it gives you the opportunity to do stuff that you couldn't do before because you were having to go do a thing to make ends meet.
Right.
Now you don't have that thing anymore. So you have all the things that you wanted to do are an opportunity now,
Right.
And that's what's interesting about the money aspect of that, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to win the lottery.
Yeah.
There's a reason why
the
lottery was $1.2 billion, because shitloads of people want to win money.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Man, that person.
Humans are interesting.
I'm waiting to see how that one.
I find it fascinating how humans design structures for each other that really pull them down. As I get older, I see this more.
Yeah.
My daughter really sort of, it's funny, she kind of planted some seeds in my mind that I don't really consider. I mean, it's always something that one of those things is like money isn't real kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Money is a human made up thing. It's not like humans were born and there's a monetary system. We had to design that.
Mm-hmm.
And animals don't have to think about any of that shit. Right? They just go, oh, I got to build a nest for my eggs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They just, that's their job. That's what they do. Humans are like, oh, well, I've got more money than you and I own this thing and I need people to work for me. So I will pay you X amount.
Mm-hmm.
And unless you're super talented or have like aspirations, you're stuck there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's fascinating that we kind of do that to ourselves.
The whole grind thing.
Yeah. Animals don't have to do that shit. I mean, they migrate and all that stuff, but it's all a natural thing. They're not fighting over whether or not you can have a gun. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, oh shit, stay away from the lions. Or what, you know what I mean?
Watch out for the tires. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think it's weird how humans think that they're so smart that they design systems that just fuck with people.
I saw.
It's weird.
It like the tie two weird things together in your stand-up and animals. So I saw a stand-up skit that was some guy riffing on, do you think animals commit suicide?
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, do you think they just like,
well, because
every once in a while there's just like some random skunk that's just like,
I can't do it anymore.
I'm not living in that hole anymore. I'm going out there onto the gray thing.
It doesn't matter how much spray I spray.
Yeah. I'm always getting chased by the foxes. It's cold in that culvert. I don't like it. And I'm just going to wait for one of those machines. I'm going out into the road.
I'm done.
I hate it. And it was like,
yeah. Yeah, that's weird.
Can animals?
Is there dolphins out there that are like, Where's the killer whale? Just put me in front of one now.
I'm just going up to the beach. Fuck this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, you do hear about...
the huge, big beachings of, like, mass whales. You think it's just, like, some cult? Like, if we go to the sand, we will be free, and we will ascend to the great feedings.
The Blue Whale Jonestown? Yeah.
They're just like... Well, then the humans are just like, oh, our magnetic sphere and has thrown off the navigations. And the whales are just like, we are going to the feeding zone. We must get to the sand, and the legs will grow, and we will have the great coconut. You're like, no, man, y'all gonna fucking die.
Well, what's funny is humans think that they know so much, but there's shit like that happens all over the world, right?
Yeah.
Like, animals, fish beaching themselves on, like thousands at a time on some fucking beach somewhere. And we're all like, oh, I'm sure it has something to do with us.
Hold on a second. Let me get out my slide rule here. Well, you see, the Atlantic current is 2 degrees lower, which may have shifted migratory patterns. And then they're just like, fuck it, we're done.
Well, the thing about humans is we're so smart that we fuck up all kinds of shit all the time. That's how smart we are.
Yeah, totally.
Look at all the plastic in the ocean, right? How much oil we suck out of the ground and then burn and put into our atmosphere. Just like...
We're doing good, right?
I mean, we're doing things that benefit us for sure, but nobody else. Like,
the yoke is straight down for the next generations. Like,
yeah, I mean,
good luck, bitches.
Yeah, for us in our generation, like, let alone like what it's doing to future humans, but all the other animals on the planet are just like, we can't stop them. You know what I mean? Shit, the humans.
We're all
again.
going to die. Quick, let's beach ourselves to end it quick. Fuck them.
Where's all the ice going? I don't know.
It's like,
where's my chunk of land I've been living on for the last 30 years? I don't know. It's gone. It melted.
It's tying into stupid stuff as well. Is there like a toning that you remember between you as a dad, between you and Shan as parents, like when Shan would say something and it was like, perhaps if you were sleeping, really it's geared towards sleeping, or you're kind of just napping or something, and you would hear something and you would know immediately from Shan's tone, dad mode. Dad mode's needed.
Right?
Sure. So there's like a thing, like you could be completely distracted with like some other function, but if you hear that sort of vocal cadence from someone in the house, bing, someone needs help. You're fighter.
Someone's in trouble.
Right. Fight or flight mode, dad, superhero, you pull in the chest, right? We now have that.
Right.
We now have that. It hit me with Jax.
Oh.
And the word is dangle.
Oh, really?
It was
what?
Balls 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
I am dead asleep.
Dangle.
Oh, yeah, we'll get there. Dangle.
I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck.
Dangle.
All right.
I am dead asleep. I'm dreaming about something. I don't remember what, but I am hardcore out. And I hear from Venus, and like I get it like a nudge, and dangle right up out of bed. Jax has shit.
Oh,
he's got the paper towel turd dangle, and so she's holding him, and this is in split seconds. I am up out of the bed, immediately into the bathroom, grabbing 2 wet wipes, and I am now behind my 70-pound dog.
Do you have your foot on his ass?
No, and I am with the precision of a fucking surgeon with 15 seconds of awake time. I am pulling the 1.5 length of paper towel from my dog's anus. Just
That is so bizarre, dude.
Like I was on call.
Do you think like at some point, like up here, he's like, oh, it's going.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm like, oh, fucking, here we go. I'm grabbing the business end and then the small thing, and I like give it a little tug, and he, like, hey, fucker, I assure you, no one wants. So you're
gonna be hungry when I'm done.
Yeah, and it's a foot and a half of this.
Oh my God!
And Venus is just like, okay, and
now is this the longest one yet?
It was pretty long.
It was pretty.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm like, because then you're worried. Well, not you, but me.
Right.
I'm worried if I pull too fast.
Oh yeah.
1, danger to innards.
Yeah.
2, I don't want to leave anything poking where I then have to go in like a fucking miner and
get the speculum.
And tweeze out the rest of this bitch. So it.
Oh God! Because it smells good.
Because it smells, but I'm like, no. Okay.
Hold it down.
Okay, I don't move, bitch.
Oh gosh!
Grab it, walk outside, chuck it in the trash can. Now, in the vein, of the last minute,
you don't rinse it out and reuse it.
Yeah. I don't know
where there's paper towels. Hold on, I know where there's one.
Yeah, I got one. I fucking got one. I guarantee you he's not going to re-eat this one. God damn it. What are you doing? And so in this vein, it's like, is the dog secretly eating the paper towels?
Because he likes
Because he likes the ass play. I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, why else?
I don't know.
Dude.
I mean, think about what's going through his mind when he's like, "Oh, paper towel." I should probably eat that.
When we had come back from Disneyland, it was evening after we had unpacked and stuff. We're settling stuff down. I'm in the office. I'm like getting stuff settled. And I had realized when I had moved the dog's bags around, like one of my black beanies was like by the dog bed, and it had this crusted wet spot. Like he'd given it some time.
He's like, I'm going for it.
Yeah, like, is it because it wouldn't all fit in your mouth, dude?
Yeah.
What? I mean,
how about socks?
I have never seen one of my full calf socks, but he has eaten one of my anklet balegas.
Right.
He has eaten plenty. Because the ladies' socks in the house like shrink down to these tiny things.
Yeah.
He's eaten. Good Lord. We had an Aviator, the company that makes the really nice jeans I've talked about. They made like peak pandemic. They came out with they're really soft, and they fit 3M inserts, but they flop into like nothing. They like will bunt. I'm like, where'd that mask go? Now I'm notorious for like, unless I leave it around my wrist, like, I come in and I set it down and I forget about it.
Right.
Or they start to pile up in the cup holder in the RS. Like, fuck.
Right.
Where'd that really nice soft? I liked wearing it because it was comfortable. It like didn't scratch. It but it snug fit over the face. Where'd that one? Go outside, pick up shit.
Oh, there it is.
Twist it up, coat it in a turd. Oh man.
I like that one.
I like that one.
I'm not putting that on my face now.
Yeah, I can't wash that out. That's terrible.
Oh no.
Paper towels. But yeah, he's eaten panties.
Yeah.
None of mine.
What about toilet paper? Is he eat like a cat? Like
no,
eat it off a roll?
And I've never seen that.
Yeah.
But if we leave a wet wipe, the napkin, a paper towel on the counter, on the table, or in the office, doesn't make it into the trash can, or if someone doesn't close the lid and latch it with the bungee in the main garbage cans, I've seen him start to like raptor step on the pedal and like
that's funny.
lip in there to pull out like something that had wiped food.
Yeah.
Like So now, you know,
Yeah.
do animals commit suicide? Do animals eat things because they're looking for the... Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay, go.
So you ever had a situation where you were asleep and you're dreaming and something around in your environment that you're sleeping in is happening that seeps into your dream? So like sounds or whatever, like end up inside your dream, and then you wake up and you're disoriented because of whatever it is you're hearing has sunk into your dream because you're hearing it, but it's sort of subconscious. I had a situation that happened years ago.
Okay.
And we were asleep, and it was somebody had a birthday, and there were balloons in the house, right? And we've got ceiling fans in all the rooms that are on. They run fucking 24/7, right?
Okay.
And when balloons sort of start losing their helium, they sort of sink down a little bit, and then the fans in the house are whipping air around, and so they'll drag the balloons through the house. So normally this will happen at night. It cools off and the balloons sort of like fall a little bit, and they get pushed around by the fans. Well, this one night I was asleep having a dream, and the balloons floated from the kitchen where they would have been left and got pushed by the ceiling fans through the family room and then down the little hall into our bedroom.
Oh, shit.
And the ceiling fan in our bedroom is full tilt boogie, right?
Okay.
And the balloons sort of get drawn up into the fans and they start getting whacked by the blades. So in my dream, what is happening is I'm dreaming that I'm asleep in bed. This is fucking weird. I'm dreaming.
So you're like Inception shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm dreaming that I'm asleep in bed and I'm hearing the blades hit the balloons, but to me it's gunshots and someone is shooting into the house. And so I leap up out of bed yelling, "We're in here," because I think someone is shooting into the house. And my wife still laughs at me to this day, but it's such a weird, disorienting thing because it's like real life thing is creeping into your dream subconscious. And it was such a weird, I don't know if you've ever had anything like that happen before.
I had sort of. It was more like an encounter. Like 2-something weeks ago, I was in the backyard, like raking leaves, and by some of the lanterns, the solar lanterns that are out there, I saw like a really nice like spider web, and I came back in. I'm like, oh, I'll take a picture of that. But it was like a really hefty looking like spider web.
So like a big round one that someone one of the spiders had taken some time to build it out.
I'm like, oh man, that's like fall and the leaves in the background. I'm like, fucking nature photography.
Yeah.
I'm like, but yeah, that's an oddly thick, like, but it's not Black Widows, because Black Widows is going to do this up out here, like in the light. And I'm like, yeah, but anyway, so I'm taking a picture. I'm kind of looking around like, that's kind of weird. Like, it's so... And I look over at one of the lanterns, and there's this, like, nodule underneath one of, like, the solar light caps.
And how far away is it from your face?
Oh, it's a distance.
Okay.
Like, it's past arm's reach. And I'm like, that looks so weird. Like, is that mold? Am I have to... Is it one of the things Shiny might have got into? And I'm looking at it, and it is shades of peach. Like a pale peach and like a darker peach. And I'm like, that is, and I'm looking at it and I look and I get like from an under up to look at the solar cap. And fucking, it is one of the biggest ass spiders I've ever seen. Oh, damn. And some of the biggest shit I've ever seen was in Hawaii. And anyone that's been to Hawaii, particularly, well, Maui for sure, but Kauai is much more rural and there's some, especially up like Maui off of the Hana Road. There's some OG spiders up there, huge. This thing was
like rivaled that.
Formidable.
Yeah.
And I went, okay, well, I have to kill that.
I mean, we have spiders here, and there's some decent sized spiders, but none that I would ever really go, oh shit, that's a big.
This was that.
Oh.
It didn't look like anything I'd ever seen. Like, okay,
I wonder if it was a wolf spider.
This thing came in from somewhere, and it does not belong. Like, now this makes sense. Like, why this web is here, because this guy doesn't belong. This doesn't belong. And I go out looking for the
spray.
The spray. I hit this thing with a couple sprays, and when it fell,
thud.
It made a sound like it had that much heft.
Oh my god!
And I went, okay, this is, and I'm pumping this bitch full of just the worst. Like, yeah, die. It was one of those ones that was so big you can feel it compress. I'm like, yeah, and I'm stepping on it. So that night, I'm dreaming about something. I don't remember what. I'm with Venus, and for whatever reason, she's got some sort of. She had a stick, but I think it was our webby that we use to get spider webs and whatnot. Yeah. And I'm standing with her out in the backyard, and I'm like, we need to get some of these webs out of the thing. And she's webbing something with the little thing, and she like pulls it back, and I can see it wasn't the same as the spider, but it was a huge ass fucking spider on like starting to drop from this webby, and she's continuing to whip it around like in my presence, and it's like doing like a fucking carousel thing where it's like,
so she knows it's there.
She doesn't know it's there, and I'm like, stop what you're doing. There's a stop, and it's like progressively getting closer, and I'm like getting this like vibe, like I'm losing track of it. She's like whipping it around, trying to get other stuff. I'm like, there's a spider on the end. There's a stop. And she's just like continuing to do the stuff. Like I lost it. And she does like one more whip, and I get this feeling of like the web crossing my eyes.
Yeah.
And I shoot up out of bed. And I'm like, it's on me.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck? And I am like livid. Like, what the? But it was so real.
Yeah.
The tactile feel of it hitting the web hitting my face.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope. I had to get up because I'm like, what if it was?
Yeah.
What if there was something on my face?
Right. And you felt it.
And I was doing
and it coincided with the dream.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm having a spider dream, or maybe throughout the entire process, I'm having some sort of something crawl on me, and I'm creating and so I'm like, it was so real. I'm like, I can't, now I have to get like, I'm doing the thing, like in bed, sitting up, but then I'm also like, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I'm looking over Venus like, but she's sound asleep. But I was like, I was hot. Yeah. And then I couldn't go back to bed because I was like, God damn it. Was that real? Where's the spider?
You're checking the fucking bed.
Now the dogs go in and out of the, up and down off the bed, up and down off the bed.
Yeah.
There could have been anything on them. It could have been 100% just figment of my construct.
Or a dog dick just dragging across your face.
Jack's flipping a fucking dangle across my face. Yep. Or a hair on my blanket, or a dog hair on the blanket as I pull, because I tend to like things like up on my face.
Yeah.
It's boobs.
Yeah. Boobs in my face.
It could have just been a hair. But 100%. And I came out of that dream like,
yeah.
Well, it could have been.
Oh, I came out of mine like scared as shit.
Is there a spider?
Yeah.
If
Shan ever wants to give me a hard time, she'll be like, "We're in here," and I'm like, "All right, here we go." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, woman.
Anyway,
it's a hardcore. Every once in a while, it's hardcore.
Yeah. Yeah, fascinating. I think that stuff's funny. And it happens every once in a while.
Venus sometimes will like get up in the morning when we get up in the morning, and she'll be like, I'm very mad at you. I'll be like, what? Like, you're very mean in my dream.
Yeah.
I'm like,
hey, that's your dream, man.
Hey, man. You need to dream more about my head on Chris Hemsworth's body, and we'd be good.
Yeah.
Like, what, you ain't gonna.
You control your dreams.
Yeah.
You understand that, right?
Like, who'd I fuck? And
Yeah.
she's like, wasn't anybody, but you were looking. I'm like, oh God.
Did I order off the menu?
Yeah. What happened? Did I drop my pants in public again? Sorry about that.
Well, you can't apologize for something you didn't actually do.
Right.
You know.
I'm sorry.
I'm angry with you about what you did in my dream.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, I guess.
Man.
I mean, whatever.
I'll make it up to you.
Fix that in your next dream.
Hey. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got Thanksgiving coming up.
We do.
You got stuff going on?
I got 2.
You got what?
So we're doing
two Thanksgivings?
Well, we're doing
right.
Maine.
Yeah.
We're doing Maine at hashtag Brett and Kim's.
Yeah.
Small. I think it's just my dad, us 4, Kelly, Randy, and then Brett's 4.
The chillins.
Yeah. I think, and we're doing veggie for that, a veggie side. And then Friendsgiving is on Saturday.
Yeah.
I really like that. I don't know about you, and that wasn't something that I had when I was growing up, but I really like that opportunity. It's like some people don't or live away from family. Some people just have a really small family.
Right.
I think the advent of a Friendsgiving is one of the cooler things that has like crept into like my family kind of zone stuff in the last couple of years. Like I really like doing that.
I don't think that we have participated in Friendsgiving thus far.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we typically usually have stuff going on. We're especially busy this year because, so today is Tuesday, but on Wednesday we are picking up my daughter from the airport. She's coming home from school, and her birthday is actually on Thanksgiving, and she doesn't want anything to do with Thanksgiving for her birthday. So we're having to I don't know. I think we're gonna figure out where to go have dinner, like some Mexican restaurant if something's open.
On Thanksgiving.
So that'll be hard, but we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
And so we're moving our Thanksgiving to Saturday, which is, I think, the same day as the Friendsgiving thing.
Yeah.
And I'll be busy all day, like cooking a turkey and, whatever in the smoker.
Whatnot.
Yeah. But, yeah, so I don't think that we've ever participated in the Friendsgiving. I think typically Thanksgiving weekend ends up being, my daughter's birthday is somewhere in there, depending on what year it is. And, we also end up doing Christmas decorating like on the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Don't know when that's going to happen this year because with my daughter in town, it's not like I'm going to spend a lot of time out on the front of the house. Like we'll be doing stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Saturday when I'm smoking a turkey, I'll have time to like throw lights up or something. I don't know.
My neighbor already has her lights. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it. I'm behind the 8 ball.
We're pretty regimented and have been over the years about, Thanksgiving is over. Christmas lights go on the house now, like that weekend. So this year is a little bit different, just because of how everything's having Melly come home and stuff's shifting around. So I don't know exactly when it's all supposed to take place,
as you were talking, I was trying to like pull back as like when did it start, and a lot of it, like the Friendsgiving concept, really had to do. I think really started with Ingress,
right?
Like my scope of community of people that were important to me, like it was that I pulled in from Ingress. It was like, this person doesn't have anybody.
Right.
This couple doesn't have any kids and are away from their the family, but want to host. And this is a single parent who is of lesser means, and they could use friends and something for the kids to have a good meal and a positive experience. But also the holidays for a lot of people, Thanksgiving or whatever. Oh, you fucked up. The holiday season tends to be hard on a lot of people mentally as they try and cope with family, lack thereof, or just the weather and
general holiday stress.
Right. It was I think as Ingress taught me with the wider range of people that we started to hang out with, that some people struggle, and while perhaps for some Thanksgiving needs to be earmarked for your family stuff, not forgetting some people, or just making your own holiday so that you kind of you twist it for a positive experience, so that everyone has something positive to share with each other.
Sure.
Or at least you have an opportunity to offer a hand to someone that may otherwise just spend it alone.
Right.
Which is, may save somebody.
Well, I mean, in general, if, like we end up, we have family in town, so it's not like if we didn't have anywhere to go, we would probably look more towards doing something like that.
Yeah.
And especially with, like I said, Melanie coming home from school for the weekend and everything getting shifted around because of her birthday and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's a busy weekend,
right?
Typically for us, because birthday, Thanksgiving, family, blah blah blah. We got stuff to do.
Are you going to do Black Friday
Christmas
stuff? Do you or Shane or Millie or anyone do like a Black Friday shopping thing?
We don't usually, no.
We had this. We talked. I think we were in Disneyland, and I was talking with Emily and Piper. Venus was obviously there, but I think she was chatting with another mom at the time. I can't remember. But the conversation specifically was about doing something on Black Friday, and I think Venus may or may not be loosely scheduling something with like her other two besties to like bebop to a couple places,
mm-hmm.
but nothing hardcore. And Piper was just like, absolutely not. Like, and a lot of that comes from her having worked at Hollister, I think last year on Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
Yeah.
So she's like, no, if the hours are shit, the people are shit, everything is shit.
Right.
And, as a dad who's worked in various places on Thanksgiving or on Christmas or on Black Friday, you get that like melancholic perspective, but also it's just like, the people are dicks. A lot of people are dicks. Your employers tend to like over abuse, shift, or have higher expectations. The pay oftentimes is shit. And so you just feel like this. And she's had that taste. And we were talking about, well, do you have anything that you would want to, sales or anything like that? No, absolutely. I wouldn't want to participate. I said, what if you turned it on its head? I said, what if you looked at it, if you were a person with monetary means? I said, what if you, or even without, I said, you could go to and get a couple Starbucks gift cards, and you could wrap them, and instead of going and standing in line at some of these places, you could go and just give a gift card to a salesperson and just thank them. Because now right?
Right.
Turn it, like, they're already being overworked. You know it because you've been there. Like, I guarantee you could probably make someone's day who's already tired of being on their feet, tired of dealing with assholes, if you didn't go into the store to buy anything, didn't go to, you just went in to tell someone thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you had an opportunity to give them something, a free coffee, a gift card to Starbucks, or somewhere, just to say, hey, been there, done that, thank you, and have a nice day. It's like the same kind of vein as that some of us have done. I know Mike and Angie have the little delivery services refrigerator on their doorstep, 365. But for the holidays, I tend to like put a little gift basket on the porch to do like the thanks. It's got the little snacks and the Cheez-Its and the Oreos or whatever and bottled water because they're being run ragged. It's the same thing. Like, hey,
right,
thanks. I appreciate you kind of thing. It's like, they're at the tail end of a ridiculous shift. Hey, cookies.
Right.
Oh, fucking, all right. Yeah. I'm like, give that a thought. You may hate Black Friday and you may not want to go anywhere, but what if you just went around and told people thanks and Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas?
Wasn't there a trend in the last few years for companies to be open on Thanksgiving? I think
there was like pre-COVID. I think we were starting to get into that thing where companies were moving from Black Friday being the opening to we're pulling this all the way into Thanksgiving, and then they're starting to give it a lot of pushback. Like, don't go to this store.
The workers deserve a day off or whatever.
Right, right.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I ask is because that day ends up being Melanie's birthday is Thanksgiving. And so that means that day has turned into another day.
Right.
Right. And so my wife's like, is the mall even open on Thanksgiving? Because she's like, well, if we're not doing Thanksgiving stuff, maybe, I can go do some shopping or whatever. And I'm like, I have no idea. Because that's not normally what we would do.
Right.
Like, it's Thanksgiving, we chill, we hang out with it, we cook stuff, we go over to the in-laws, we have dinner, we hang out. Like Black Friday, I don't get up early I don't usually have an idea of anything that I would want to go buy. And I definitely don't want to fight crowds.
Oh, absolutely not.
For that stuff.
No.
I'll just pay a little extra,
right?
I guess.
If I was in
really
your shoes, and like you were saying, we might go and see if there's like a nice Mexican restaurant that's open.
Yeah,
I'm going into that mindset like I'm there, and I'm gonna make. I'll probably tip heavy because it'd be like, I appreciate you. I know this isn't normal, but hey, I'm gonna make it worth your time.
Right.
And thank you for being open. And here you go.
It's a tough one because my wife was like, well, maybe we can just make enchiladas at home or something, because it's something that she likes. And I'm like, you just point me. Do I go to the car?
Right.
Or do I go to the kitchen?
Right.
I don't care.
Right. Yeah.
I'll do either one. What do we want to do?
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'll make a couple trays of enchiladas or I'll, get in the car and drive everybody somewhere. It doesn't matter.
We had, speaking of enchiladas, so the marching band had a competition down in Stockton on Saturday. And it was like a senior appreciation something. So the band boosters midday did like a turkey dinner or turkey lunch thing for the entire marching band in honor of So
that's fun.
I believe Venus said that Rayleigh's or Safeway donated 15 turkeys. A bunch of parents cooked the 15 turkeys, and then they had turkeys and stuffing, whatnot, to eat before the competition, before they went down to Stockton for the competition. Students didn't eat all of the turkey stuffing, so Venus was like, "Here, You take it. Would bequeath this, like, 10 by 15, whatever, like a typical turkey
tray
foil thing.
Yeah.
Full of sliced white dark meat and like a pile of stuffing.
Yeah.
I went down to watch the competition, but the timing of it, like, shot right between a bunch of meals, and I left like fucking. I didn't eat. So we get down there, and like the typical, like, oh well, we don't really need it, is like protocol for me. Like, someone else can take it.
Right.
But I was so hungry. I'm like, don't forget the foil. Don't forget the turkey. Like, I'm gonna take that home. And I'm gonna pound that shit because I'm hungry.
Yeah.
It was a lot of turkey. And I'm like, well, now I can't let it go. When we got home, I ate a good portion of the turkey. I'm like staring at the rest of it, like, what am I going to do with the rest of the turkey? How
much turkey would you say that was?
It was a good turkey and a half at least turkey breast. I have never made enchiladas, but I'm like, I'm not going to let this go to waste. What can I do? I can only eat so many fucking sandwiches.
Right.
I'm like, I'm going to make turkey enchiladas.
Yeah.
I pulled up went through a couple recipes. Like, that one looks good. Got some fixins on today is Tuesday. We went grocery shopping yesterday a couple times because we're still shooting, looking for fixins for the Thanksgiving stuff. I had my own side stuff for enchilada stuff. I got all my enchilada stuff, and I spent last night making turkey enchiladas. It was done cooking after dinner, so I didn't even have any.
Yeah,
I had some for lunch. Fuck, I should make turkey enchiladas a lot more.
Yeah,
like it. I
think
it was really good.
Last year for Christmas we made. Because it was kind of a different Christmas for us. We made enchiladas for dinner. I made a couple trays of and everybody loved it.
So what are you filling yours with?
We normally just do cheese.
Just cheese?
Yeah.
So you get a tighter roll then if it's just cheese, then I presume, right?
I mean, kind of. It's a block cheese sliced. So you're putting slices of cheese in.
So like not a shred, but an actual slice.
Yeah, and then they're baked.
Okay.
So I don't know how your recipe went, but typically you take a pan with oil.
Yes.
Lightly fry the tortilla.
Yes.
Pull it out, soak it in some red sauce.
Yes.
Put it in the tray on some red sauce, fill it with your filling, roll it up, and then you just do that until the tray's full.
Yes.
And then cheese on top.
Yes.
Bake it in the oven.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my filling was shredded cheese, onions. I had pickled and diced jalapenos.
Yeah.
I had some chipotle paste.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had green chilies. And then I had my turkey meat.
Yeah.
And so fry. I had almost like a series of stations. So I had a plate with my red sauce.
Yeah.
Fry, plate, next plate. Portion, and I didn't mince the turkey meat, but I had shredded it.
Right.
And I'm like running into this problem where I'm like,
they're too fat.
They're too fat. Right?
Yeah.
So they were. I got all the way around.
Did you use like street taco size tortillas?
Yes.
Okay, that's too small.
Is it?
Yeah, I would have gone with a bigger tortilla.
Not street taco. I had like the
kind of just
a
the normal size.
Normal taco.
I think I'd go with
tortilla.
the larger tortilla size if I can.
Like bigger than a.
Yeah,
so there's like street taco.
They have like
and
big ones that are about yay big or so.
Oh.
Yeah, I use those.
Do you have a preferred red sauce?
Yes.
What is it?
Trader Joe's makes a really good.
No shit.
Yeah.
Like when I was looking at the red sauces, I'm like, because
La Palma. There's a bunch of them.
Is there? I looked at. I'm like, oh, is it better to go with like one of these brands that like I don't necessarily recognize but looks authentic? Is that racist? Shit, I don't know. I'm just gonna get the La Victoria one then.
You just have to try them out,
right? And I'm like, okay. Oh, and olives, black olives were in my.
Yeah.
And then so mine was And then I rolled them all up, and then I took what was left of my red sauce and just dumped it, and then what was left of my filling and put that on top.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I ran.
They were good though.
It was. Yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
I love enchiladas.
I'm like, what else can I put in here?
And then sometimes we'll make half, maybe chicken or sometimes even just ground beef or ground turkey or something. Just whatever. But cheese, everyone loves cheese.
And I feel like I always ended up with I'm like, why haven't I been doing this? Like, lately, some of like the scrap meat that we have from like sometimes during the week we're doing like a street taco, or we're doing like a flank steak or skirt or something that's like marinated in a mojo, and then doing that. I end up with spare stuff. Like last week or so, I'm making these random breakfast burritos. Yeah, I think it was Saturday or Sunday. This is like, was there any more stuff to make a burrito? I'm like, no, I used it all. I used it all. There's no more scraps.
Right.
Like, I'm out of scraps.
Right.
She's like, oh, that was pretty nice.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. I mean, the last one I made for Piper. Piper got one, but I'm sorry about that. She's like, oh. So now last night we were at grocery shopping. I'm like, fuck, do I just like start buying stuff to have scraps for breakfast burritos? Because they're really good.
Right. Right.
So now I feel decent because it wasn't another one of those things where we got towards the tail end of having leftovers, particularly the turkey, and then I'm like, I got nothing to make. Like, I used, there's still some turkey left over, but we used that. Venus made a couple lunches. I think I still have some spares, but I think I will use that for a turkey breakfast burrito.
We're going to have a bunch of extra turkey.
Are you? And it'll be smoked.
A 20-pound turkey. I mean, there's only
perhaps this year.
There's only like 3 of us.
I'll get one of those sandwiches.
Maybe. All right. I'll have to put that in my noodle.
So what kind of do you any special cheese? I totally forgot to put the Cochita cheese in mine. I bought a wheel just for that.
We do usually just Jack and cheddar, sharp cheddar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you put cheese inside.
Have you ever made a tray of meatosauruses?
Oh yeah.
What kind of meat are you using?
Chicken or ground beef
ground beef. Fuck.
Yeah, ground turkey. Yeah. And onion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Red sauce though. That's where it's at.
The Trader Joe's. I'll have to ask.
Yeah, it comes in a glass bottle. It's delicious. It looks kind of creamy. It's not like a bright red sauce. It's kind of like a almost orange color. Or
really?
Yeah. It's really good though.
Okay. I'm going to put that on the list.
But they're smaller bottles, so if we're doing like a couple trays of enchiladas, we'll just buy the bigger cans of another brand.
I used a good can.
The big size.
Yeah, the big can. But I have another one.
Go through a couple of those.
Goddamn.
Yeah. Yeah. With the Trader Joe's one, if you're making a bunch of enchiladas, you're buying like 3 or 4 of those probably. For at least we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I can make that many enchiladas with just one little bottle of Trader Joe's enchilada sauce. You know?
Yeah, when I was looking at the recipe, I'm like, this is simple.
Yeah.
But why haven't I done this? Like, this is a mistake.
And they're delicious.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone loves them.
Yeah. I don't know if I told Xander to try it because he's not typically a red sauce guy.
Do you like it?
But I don't know. Came out here when he was making his quesadilla. I'm like, you try some of the enchiladas. I don't know if Piper's tried it either. And it wasn't spicy. Like all the jalapeno stuff that I checked in there, it wasn't spicy.
Like Melly likes to order, I forget where we go. She'll order enchiladas, but with the mole sauce.
Oh, okay.
And that's really good. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I've never made a mole sauce. With chocolato and whatever else goes into it.
It's something special.
Yeah.
It's like
it's super rich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now you're making me hungry.
I'm very hungry. We're at time though, so we can pull the plug.
Did you eat dinner tonight?
No.
Oh, that's
probably why
you're hating it. I mean, hey, you can always go and get an enchilada at Taco Bell right now. They have them.
What's it? Oh, enchilada burrito.
It's an enchilada essentially. They just call it an enchilada, but it's in a tray with sauce on it. Enchilada essentially.
Heck.
No, it's good. Yeah.
It's Taco Bell. There's no way.
It's actually good. It is.
I'm very hungry right now. I'm not hungry enough to consider it because I got a tray.
You got your own stuff going on. Yeah.
Chimichangas.
All right.
Anyway, on that note, be sure to wash your hands.
Yeah. Wash your ass.
Return the cart.
Hey, check your oil, Tony.
Wear the mask where appropriate.
Make the call if you need to, please.
Get the Get the shot?
No, you just said it.
Did it?
Yeah.
We'll catch you. Do the kindness.
Do the kindness for sure.
And we'll catch you next week.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.